Honey, listen. I am so glad that they are gone. Bu- Okay, in the words of Nene Leakes, bye bye. Okay, bye. And also, is Caitlyn a better actress than Courtney? I mean, and that's the question that I have, but we're gonna get into it. So, like up the video, all right, and subscribe to the channel.
How we get up, just call back, right back. We can spend, then get it right back, man. She just gotta want it all of that, so that's why I bought.
All right, y'all. I am back, honey. It is time for us to get into Married at First Sight, episode 14. I do believe that's where we are. So, first of all, Courtney and Nick, they were asked about ending their marriage. Miss Girl says she don't know. I'm starting to realize that both of their asses really just want to stay on this show. More so, Nick wants the television version, whereas Courtney wants to continue to hang out with her damn friends and continue to get glimpses of Adam. Okay, that's what's really going on. So Michelle says, I want to add my 2 cents. Can I add them? I just want to say that, I was in your position at once upon a time and I regretted it because I ended up staying with a person for 3 years. And life is really super short. And you'll be wasting your time. Like, why continue to waste your time on this person when you could be opening up the space for somebody new? Listen, Michelle wasn't wrong. Michelle was not wrong in my personal, but I'm a little tired of Cameron and Michelle. Just a little piece, okay? So Nick was asked if is there something to gain? I believe Tori asked him, is there something to gain with you staying until the decision day? Because when Courtney is sitting over there like, I don't know, Nick is over there like, I need some time to process it, right? So he also says he doesn't know. He says he has a lot to think about. Same thing with Courtney, because he was over there apologizing to Courtney the night before or earlier that night, because for him, it takes him some time to process things in a moment, I guess. That's what he say. So he says he needs that time, right? To see whether or not there's value in staying another week. Okay. So Dr. Lisa said, well, baby, I think you're asking yourself the wrong question. You need to be asking yourself if you're able to create space where there's true viability for the marriage. You need to be asking yourself some other questions. So Courtney said, you know what? No, no, girl, no, no, no. I don't even know why we still here, girl. We really could go. When she said that and Nick's eyes went like this, he knew in that moment that his reality TV stint on this show was cut short. Okay. You will be exiting stage left. Okay. So he looked disappointed for sure. He says it sucks, but somebody had to rip the band-aid off. So, she's saying no. If she's saying no, I can't be saying yes. So obviously we don't need to stay here. Okay. We need to get the hell up. And I said, thank God. Nick, there were times about you that I really felt like you were there for reality TV, for real, for real. Even though Courtney was not really giving you a leg to stand on. I'm not saying that you weren't a problem for Courtney, but some of the complaints she had about you did not make sense. Okay. Her hypocriticalness is what really got on my nerves when she would project things onto you and not being self-aware enough to know that she does the SHI herself. Okay. Got on my everlasting. So outside, okay, keep in mind when they were inside, Courtney ass cried. She cried, right? That was on the inside. They said about it, everybody. She couldn't wait to get over there to Adam and hug him and say, we need another pickleball date. Let me tell you something. She trying to get your man, Miss Marissa. And truth be told, I let her have his problematic as honestly. But either way, they get outside. Nick tells Courtney that this didn't go how he wanted it to go, but he glad he did this with her. And then he started crying. Like, nah, you crying because your process, the experiment has ended for you. Be clear. And she over here like, okay, so now you want to sit up here and tear up? Because we bowing out now? Like, what? You doing all of that now? So now that it's over, I get to see this side of you. Is that what you're telling me? And it's like, so now that it's over, he get to see that side of you because you also just cried. I don't think neither one of y'all cried in front of each other. So the man confused, and he's sitting over here like, okay, so you acting like that because I didn't cry in front of you. And then he says that he's tearing up now because he appreciated her through this process. Nick, why is you lying? I don't know a single person that would appreciate this woman and her antics throughout this process. I'm just, where? That makes no sense, Nick. You're not crying because you appreciate it. And even if that was the case, you're not crying because you appreciated her through this process. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe that that is true. You're crying because this experiment for you is over. Period. That's what it is. So Courtney says you don't want to stay, but you don't want to stay for us. Courtney, you don't even want to stay for us. And here's the thing, Courtney, you riding his back on SHI that you didn't even want. That's what's killing me softly. The moment you were paired with this man within the first week or the first few days of being paired with him, you said if you have to spend another day with this man, you'll shoot yourself in the head. Ain't that what you said? So the way that you project onto him will never make sense because you never gave him enough either to go off on. Like I'm so glad I'm so glad the woman who do not recall what took place in that January time frame. I'm so glad her ass is out of here. Bye, girl. Get the hell off my screen. Nick tells her that she's taking what he's saying and she's making it whatever it is that she wants. Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like she is. Okay. And then, with her coming at him the way that she did, like, oh, now you want to cry and this and that, now that it's over. And it's like you pretty much made the decision up for him. So even if he wanted to stay for y'all, you already said, no, 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 I don't think we should be here. I don't think we should be together. No, I don't know why we're still here. So you pretty much made the decision for y'all. But either way, Courtney says she deserves more and says her person will motivate her to be better or whatever the case is. And it's like, in order for them to do that, you're going to have to make room for them to do that, love. You are the problem. If you don't take anything from this process, I need you to take from this process how much of the problem you were in your relationship and go and sit on somebody's couch. Okay? A professional's couch. Have a seat. Please. And I hope when the reunion comes around, we're learning just how much of sitting on the couch you have been, how therapeutic it has been for you, and what you've learned and gained and move forward. Please don't come to us at the reunion talking about you dating somebody else. Please stop. Sean and Nikki, they say they're progressing, right? She says the trust is still growing when it comes to them. Miss Nikki says what Courtney and Nick had just went through, it kind of resonated with her. But the fact that they have to make a decision right now within with these 2 weeks left, that doesn't resonate with her. Like she feels like, I don't think I gotta, make a decision right now or whatever. We got 2 more weeks or whatever it was. But she just felt like that didn't resonate with her, right? Feeling like they need to make a decision right now. I don't know why. But Sean says that he knows she has an issue with the emotional side of things, trusting him and being attracted to him. And I'm like, damn, it seems like if that's the case, Sean, it sounds like she got a problem with the whole damn relationship. She got a problem with you. And she's sitting over here next to you saying something completely different. It's giving a little bit of Caitlyn. To me, one way behind the cameras and another way in front of the damn cameras. Cause it sounds like when he says the emotional part, the trusting and the attraction, I'm like, it's not there. So he says his issue with her, though, is that there is something beneath the surface and feels like there's a puzzle piece that could be missing. He's like, he needs to talk to somebody else, like her family, her mom, I guess, to gain a better understanding of her, because maybe she has a wall up to where she'll only let him go so far. And likely it's because of how you've shown up with her earlier on. She probably felt like she couldn't trust you with certain things because you may try and manipulate it, flip it, and use it against her in some capacity. Ain't no telling, right? He feels like she's emotionally unavailable. She's not always available to him. And a lot of that could be based on how you are showing up. It could be from past experiences, and that's part of who she is, but it could be how you're showing up with her. So I don't even know if you getting to know somebody else is going to be enough for you when the issue may actually be you. You know what I'm saying? It may just be you. But either way, Nikki says there is still time and space for the integration to happen when it comes to him getting to know her family and stuff. Okay. It don't seem like that's something Nikki really want to do. So Dr. Lisa says when you're falling for someone, you should be excited and proud, and happy for them to meet your family and friends or whatever. And Nikki said, well, I wasn't ready a week ago, but after we talked and we've kind of progressed, like I would say that I'm ready now. All right. I wish I could have seen more to know what the hell changed in a week. Because I mean, y'all just had that sit down not too long ago with the what strawberries and stuff, and he's saying something is like a woman's duty versus that. Like the conversation, I guess it ended up well in the moment, not so great. So I would love to know what else took place. Sean is supposed to be No, Sean was surprised. I'm sorry. Sean was surprised when he heard this because he was like, he didn't know that. He didn't know that she's ready now for him to meet the family. And then I feel like that's still contradicting because you said, well, there's still time and space, for that to take place. But then it seems like it wasn't something immediate that you're trying to do. But then at the same time, you turn around and said that, oh, I'm ready for it to happen now. Which one is it? I don't. It's interesting. Or do y'all got a hidden award or something like that y'all gonna receive at the end of this show that we don't know anything about? Because the way y'all be operating, none of it is really given like to help your marriage. It be given. I'm gonna say like more so. I'm thinking about Nikki and Caitlyn now. I just think they say what they need to say to avoid being pounced on in the group sessions with the therapists, with the experts. I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Something's off a little bit, right? So Paul asked about their physical connection, and they expressed that, when it comes to that department, we could work on that a little bit more. So they talk about what their needs are. And when it comes to Sean, he explains that he asked Nikki, I think no. I'm not gonna go into everything that he said because I really can't remember. But Sean goes into detail about what he would need. Can we shower? Can we do this? Can we do the same shit his dad been complaining about to Nikki? He reiterates it to them. Okay. And then he asks Nikki, does that make sense? And she's like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, that's clear. I know what you're saying. She's likely saying that for two reasons. One, I feel like being a bit passive in a sit down. I don't want them to ridicule us. So, absolutely, yes, you're right. I don't want to be in the hot seat. So, yeah, it's clear. But also, you been saying this shit since we got here. Haki, like since I sat down talking to you at the wedding, I feel like you've been on this type of time. So everything is clear. I know what you want. You've told me every day, every other day, at least every week. I know exactly what it is that you want. But what's not clear for you is that I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do when I want to do it, and I don't want to do it. So what else is going on? That's what's not clear. So either way, Felipe gave this look like, oh, Felipe gave this look like, is it clear? Because I don't really think you like this nigga. Like, are you sure? So Cameron says he don't think Nikki is into Sean because she keeps deflecting any questions about romance. She's not. And I'm starting to think that Nikki is playing nice until decision day so she can tell this man no and go on by her business. There is definitely some hesitance. I can also see where I feel like Nikki is starting to like him. I think they do match each other intellectually. I think the chemistry, the physical chemistry is getting there. I do believe so. I mean, we just saw him, like, if she wasn't into that man at all, right? Because it seems like she shows one thing on cameras and then another likely behind the camera, which is, I think he could have mentioned that before, but either way, the cameras they put inside the house, what do we see? Him grabbing on her ass and her sitting on him and all of that, and they kissing. So I think there is a little bit of attraction that's, going on there, but why she don't want people to know, I don't know, but that's what they got going on. Okay. Um, but it's also given that she's doing what she got to do for the show. And then once decision day come, I like you, but I don't like you enough to remain in a marriage to you. And also, if she's been single long enough, it may be difficult because the BIT love her freedom and her space for real, for real. So there's that. Uh Next we have Felipe and Tori. So Tori says Felipe's indecisiveness impacts them having a strong marriage. And it's something that she can't help him with. And you shouldn't. I'm sorry. Felipe says his indecisiveness has nothing to do with whether he's attracted to her because he is. Right? He says, but it has more to do about whether he wants to be married or not. And Paul brings up Felipe saying that he liked to have sex with other women. Yeah, Felipe, you shouldn't have said that. But I don't know because remember, Tori said she pulled back from him sexually. So did you say that because she pulled back from you sexually again? Because remember, she said she pulled back from him sexually. Then when they had a sit down in a group session, she said that they have had sex again a few times after that. So I don't know. Remember now, when they first had sex, she left the room. I don't know if that made him feel away or something. I don't know what it was, but I'm trying to still understand why the hell would he say that out loud? That he likes to have sex with other women. And it only makes me think that you're not getting what it is that you need from Tori, and Tori pulled back from you again. So you needed to say that to make her feel away in an effort to maybe trick her into having sex with you more or something. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. Either way, Felipe says they asked him about what he enjoyed about being single. I don't remember a single person asking your ass what you enjoyed about being single. And maybe that did happen. I'm just saying I don't remember, because I thought you willingly gave information that nobody was expecting you to say. And even if they did ask you to say that, you didn't have to say, I like having sex with other women. You could have said, with being single, there comes a level of freedom. I don't have to think about other people. I don't have to consider other people. I can just get up, I can go, whatever. And maybe she would not have liked that, but that sounded better than what you said. And it's truth. Some people enjoy being single. They don't want to have to worry about their emotions and somebody else's emotions. And then potentially bringing a child into the picture. Then you got to be concerned about their emotions. Some people like to get up and go. Some people enjoy being single. Yes, true, for the multiple partners. Some people, I ain't got to answer to nobody, so I can date this person and hunch on them, date that person. Some people just like being single so they can date and not have the sexual aspect of things. But he just could have said that better. He didn't take her into consideration at all when he said that. It was like he was talking to his boys, like he forgot the ladies was at the table or something. What the? So Tori says that it's getting to a point of emotional manipulation for her and selfishness. Period. She says that at some point you should have a clear certainty on what you want to do. Okay. And she don't feel like he got there right now. And if you don't feel like he has that, Tori, why are you still sitting there? So at this point, you're fucking with him off hope. So you fucking with Felipe off hope, hoping that he get his shit together in the next 2 weeks. Okay, well, good luck, okay? So either way, Paul tells Felipe that he better step it up or Tori will be with somebody else very soon. I said on my slick hope that she is coming to reunion. Not gonna hold you. Felipe has to decide right now whether he is all in or he's not. And I am a little confused because I'm like, what's the point in decision day if you're forcing people to make a decision on today? Like, what the hell we doing? I mean, granted, I'm with not wasting time, but y'all also know if y'all ask the right questions, put people back in the right corner, none of these damn couples are gonna stay together and make a decision on decision day. But okay, so he says he already decided he's all in. So Paul says he's not convinced. Honestly, I don't feel like Tori that convinced. Felipe says it's hard to convince him when he ain't the person that he need to be convincing. I said, ooh, no, you did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did say that to Paul. Paul said, now wait a minute now. You done did a lot of disrespectful shit up in here, but what you not finna do is disrespect me. Understand? I'm over here trying to help you out, Chief. Don't play with me like that. You need to figure your I'm just trying to help you. And with that being said, let me get to Mecca and Bell real quick because Mecca talks about never being in love with Bell, right? um, Bell says that she has chosen Mecca because I think they asked Mecca if he chose her. No, they asked her first, right? And she says she chose him. She says, but in the past, she often initiates everything, but doesn't want to have to do that much now. Don't feel like you should have to do that much. Especially, and it sucks that he told her that. It really sucks that Mecca told Belle that she was more into him than he was into her. But part of me feels like she needed to hear that because if not, she would have went down the same path of what she's always done, initiating everything and doing too damn much and not getting nothing on your end of the deal for real because they end up walking away, whatever the case is. So let him pull up on you sometimes. Let him do too much. So I'm kind of glad that he said it. It sucks. I know she didn't want to hear that. Nobody wants to be in a relationship with a person that's not attracted to them, whatever the case is, or all into them or whatever. But I feel like she needed to hear that so that she can pull back. So I like it. She doesn't want to make let me see. Oh, she said she didn't want to make him feel uncomfortable or something like that. She didn't want to make a decision or something like that that's going to make him feel uncomfortable. And she typically just goes with the flow or whatever, going with his flow. So Paul tells her that, I think this is what Dr. Lisa said to her, and she kind of co-signed whatever Dr. Lisa said. And so Paul tells her if she continues to suppress her feelings, then she'll build resentment over him. Yeah, you will over the situation, over the marriage or whatever. You will, and honestly, it won't be nobody else's fault but yours. Same thing with Marissa. If she continues to stay with Adam and she continues to suppress her feelings, and then you get down the line, you 2, 3 years in it, you're gonna have that same regret that Michelle was talking about because you're gonna build a resentment for this person and you never laid the groundwork or the foundation of how you want to be treated in the relationship. So best of luck. Mecca says that he chooses Belle too. I ain't like the pause. And Mecca, you do this type of shit to me where you like to get a reaction out of her. And I don't know if it stems from you not feeling like you were ever wanted by, the women in your life, the moms and all of this. I don't know where that comes from. But you lead with this type of um you like to it just seemed like you like to get a reaction, right? And it's like, why? Just like you told her for her birthday, like, oh, I wanted to evoke these type of emotions out of you. Like, why? You want her to be so in love with you only for you to say you don't know if you love her back? Why do you want to gain, like, you wasting people's time? Like, why would you want to gain that energy from her, potentially fuck her up for the next person? Like, why would you want to gain that for her without giving that back to her? It's weird because it makes me feel like because you don't know what to do with your emotions, you want to lead her to a place where she's gonna be fucked up about her emotions too. Like, she's gonna be feeling similar to you, not being able to express and define her emotions. Like, I don't know if y'all see what it is that I'm seeing with Mecca, but I just really don't like it. You do little shit that's like you want to get a rise out of her. You want to get a reaction. And I feel like you thrive so much off of being in trouble that's what you like. Like, you give a toxic ass nigga. Like, that's yeah. So either way, Dr. Lisa wants him to be more specific and to say and show how he is interested in her. And he says if today was decision day, his answer would be yes, but it wouldn't be a hell yes. Why? Didn't you sit at the table not too long ago? Oh, I was so all into this girl. When I saw that ass, I was da 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 da. And then that's the crazy part, because girl, we'll get to that episode. We'll get to that. And then I can't wait to get to this week's episode. But either way, like, why would it not be a hell yes? And why do you, if you are really into her, because it seemed like it genuinely did make you happy to make her happy on her birthday. It did look like that. I'm confused. I don't know, Mecca. I don't know. Why would it not be a hell yes? Because then it just also makes me feel like you have feelings for her, but you're fighting those feelings. Good luck, because I don't know what to make of it, child. You got me thinking too hard, okay? And I can imagine how hard she thinking. Is she the one that was in the situation, or it still is? So either way, Adam and Marissa, Dr. Lisa says that she doesn't get urgency or a sense of seriousness from Adam. So why you not asking Adam them same questions y'all asking over here asking Courtney and Nick? Because they can also get up and leave. Marissa says, yeah, like, but we're in this place where it's like, why waste time? Like, let's really see if this can work. Like, y'all down to the last 2 weeks and y'all just now want to see if this can really work. Cancel them. Like, cancel their contract and send them home. Y'all just now want to see what this could be? Y'all just now want to ask the serious questions? But then you want to try and come for Nikki and Sean at a later time about what they got going on. And even with the friction they may have been dealing with, they've been doing better than y'all. Slick. Because all y'all really been doing is hunching and catching vibes. Like, is you cool? So anyway, Dr. Lisa says they're just on cruise control. And Adam like, oh, cruise control is turned off. So it's turned off. So now y'all speeding. Now y'all rushing through this. Now y'all trying to hurry up and find some type of connection. Cause y'all wasted y'all damn time doing nothing, surfer dude type shit. Okay. So Adam says Marissa has tried hard to match him by going to the gym. See, this is where the experts pissed me off, because y'all let this man get away with the stuff he was saying. Not once did y'all, I don't recall y'all asking him, hey, okay, so she adjusted herself for you. How did you really adjust yourself for her? What were some things that you really did? Because it sounds like they did nothing. And I'm sure she got way more interest than just laying around. But either way, Adam says Marissa has tried hard to match him by going to the gym, scheduling time on her friend's pickleball court. Whew. And says Marissa has been trying to match him and he appreciates it. Marissa, she gonna sit up there and I think she was smiling. Whatever it was, my question for Marissa was this: why you sat up in your friends' faces and lied? Why you talk to your homegirls when they say, oh, it seems like you pretty much standing your ground or you're standing by whatever you said? Why are you sitting up there telling them that you standing by what you said? Because 23-year-old Marissa would have went along only for this man to confirm that all you've been doing is going along. Granted, we've seen that, but why you lie to your friends though? Yeah, we've been, I've been standing my ground. 23-year-old Marissa, she would have did this and that, da da da, blah, blah, blah. But hey, can we come over to your court and play pickleball? Can we come over? Girl, don't piss me off. Anywho, he's talking, and I don't know what they asked him, but they asked him something else, and he was like, "Oh, well, she's gonna meet my sister," and she's like, "Oh, am I? When the hell did we talk about that? Was I listening when we talked about that? I'm trying to see." Bye, bye, bye. Her friends though, they got reservations about Adam. They could see right through him. Okay. Paul learns that, okay, y'all got issues with communication. She didn't know that she was mean your sister, and then you didn't know that her friends had reservations about you. So, okay. Either way, Marissa is now saying that she doesn't think she'll be able to live this intense life, but Adam is willing to change. She could see that he's willing to amend some things. Girl, please. Please. He's willing to reinvent things to make you think that you got some control that you don't got. So Paul highlights the poor communication. We get into that. Let's move on. Oh, and can I say this? I honestly feel like those two already got their mind made up. I don't think either one of these people are going to say yes to each other at the end of the day. I don't. I feel like if Marissa does, I think Adam is very clear that he don't want her. But this is cool for the time being. But I feel like for her, she could potentially say yeah to save face and to not be lonely. But if I go with my first thought, they already know they're not going to say yeah. They just coasting because they don't want to be the next ones to walk out the door like Courtney and did. Cameron and Michelle. Cameron wants to maintain the happiness they have today and forever. Impossible. Impossible. You'll get a little piece here, there, baby. But it ain't going to be just like it was with y'all first. And then look at the experience that y'all are going through. This is like a completely different experience. Okay. Y'all gonna have some great times, fun times, if you dedicated and you committed to making it happen. But he's basically having the same damn reservations that Felipe has been having. But for some reason, they don't dive deeper into Cameron and these thoughts, especially in front of the group, and him not having a long lasting relationship. And what comes up for you once you get to this place? Have you gotten this far with somebody? Of course, yeah, you married with her to her, but what typically comes up for you? Like, what happens right before you jet set out of a relationship? They don't really dive deeper into him. That's why Cameron and Michelle get on my nerves, because y'all really ain't go through nothing like these other couples, but y'all sit up there like y'all some experts. Yeah, compared to everybody else, y'all don't have issues like them. Y'all may be the better couple, but the way y'all also operate with this cast, y'all act like it's going to be a prize at the end of it. Like y'all want to be the last couple standing. It's weird. So Paul says to pretty much remain endlessly curious every day about your partner, and then asks about them falling in love with each other. And that was something within itself. Y'all got all this advice for other folks, but I don't think neither one of y'all said y'all love each other. She almost slipped up and said it. But they not there yet. I guess they falling, but neither one of them have said it to each other. So why haven't y'all said it? Why he not saying it yet? What reservations do you got, Michelle, that you don't want to say it first? Oh, you afraid that he not gonna say it back to you? Oh, why? Because he's been known to leave a relationship. You think saying I love you to him or I'm in love with you may be too real for him, and his ass gonna get to running out on you? Like what? I'm confused. Tell the people a little more. So then Devin and Caitlin. These two are more touchy-feely on this day. She opens up to him about her past relationships, is what we learn. And it seems to have brought them closer because he told her, I'm not that other guy. I'll never be that other guy. I'm going to be here for you. I got your back. I'm going to support you, whatever the case is. So now, after cussing this man out, telling this man she don't know him, cussing him out, you think I'll trust you to lead me in life? You're fucking crazy. And now all of a sudden you are now willing to trust him? Semantics. They look believable And I would believe it if I didn't see some of the stuff I've already seen with Caitlyn. So, she says she working on being in more of her feminine energy and not her masculine. We like you better when you're in the feminine. And if he want to come in and do the hard work, let his ass do it. But I understand it being tough for a person that's likely lived on their own, had to operate in that energy for a long time, and now you're having to deconstruct that. I get it. So just as much as it's a change for Devin, it's a change for her as well. But I'm sorry, y'all. This lady be acting on camera. She's all about image and looking good. But I wouldn't be surprised if they were still married though. Because Devin also gives fixer. And most of the time when you get a person in a relationship that's like a fixer like that, girl, I'm so ashy. When you get a person in the a situation that's like that, they'll glutton for punishment. They're gonna stick around because they're gonna think they're gonna be able to fix you and force their love on you and show you all these things and all of that. Good luck, child. Okay. So yeah, that's what Devin gives. He gives a little teddy bear. I'm gonna hang around. But either way, who we got next? Okay, so Paul says that this is cute, but I know that's why I was so glad Paul said call. Paul said this cute, baby. But let's talk about the real SHI. I said let's get into it then. Okay, he asked Devin about dimming his light. Devin says that he feels more of who he is now, and she's more receptive to it. And what happened? What happened for her to become more receptive? What was it that she got to that place with you, boo? I'm confused. And then why, if you notice this, Paul, and you see that he's dimming his light, if you're like, oh, that's cute, let's talk about the hard stuff. Why you not calling them performative like you've called the other black couples? Like, why are they not? I don't know. I feel like you could have called Sean performative or something like that. Maybe not. Maybe you didn't. However, why you not on their head? You tend to go light on Caitlyn and Courtney, I've noticed. I don't like that. I don't like that. But anywho, child. And I don't know. But either way, so Tori lets Felipe know that he sounded the same tonight as he did the other night. I think when they was in that group session. So Felipe feels like he was painted a certain way. Ain't nobody paint you no way, baby. Ain't nobody paint you no kind of way. You did all of that on your own and you trying to find somebody else to place the blame onto. And that right there, I don't like that. I don't like standing your SHI. So Tori says, no one painted you anyway. But those were my feelings. I was expressing my feelings. Okay? That was just me. So Felipe says how he feels about her hasn't changed and he likes her even more. And that was a part of the issue because it scared him that he liked her so much more. So I guess he was afraid of messing up and ruining it. You couldn't have been. I don't believe shit you talking about. Because if you cared that much, you would have never said out loud what I enjoyed about being single was fucking other women. Even if that's your truth, I feel like you just would have worded that better because you would have cared about her feelings. Anyway, he is now asking her to give him a week to show her that he wants her. So she gonna give him that time to do just that. Nikki and Sean, she feels much better about letting him talk to her mom, is what she's saying. So they gonna schedule that. Nikki gives him the heads up though. Like I told my mama everything. So my mama was not happy with some of the stuff that was going down. So if she wear your ass out when you get on that call, don't be surprised. This is your warning. So he's like, I'm excited. I'm ready to hear from her. I know she's only heard your side, but I feel like when she hear my side, she may, she'll have a full understanding of what all was really going on. Well, Sean, don't disappoint yourself that you still give her mama your side and she still don't give a damn. Okay? Okay, because for some reason, you going into it like that just leaves me to believe that you just know you right out the gate, and that's not what it is. Okay, but good luck. So then you get Adam and Marissa. They go on this was actually cute though. I'm not gonna hold you. It was cute, but I don't think this is what she really wanted. He took her on a hot tub boat date. It was different. I liked it. I thought it was kind of cute. Until his ass wanted to do some push-ups. So you can't do anything without not being active. Then trying to force her to do the push-ups too. And she a fool to do it. Instead of sitting there and saying, babe, I didn't come here for that. I came here for us to spend time together and whatever. I'm not trying to be active. We had that. Like, she does not get serious with him at all. It's so annoying. All she do is laugh off all his fuck shit. It's so annoying. So they talk about her friends and their opinions or whatever. And what we learned is that he isn't changing. In my personal, he plans to get more active, is what he told her, than he ever was before. This to me is Adam telling her these things for her to not like him. It to me is giving, I'm gonna say no. Like I told y'all a second ago, he knows what he's going to say on decision day. That's what I think. And I'm okay with being wrong. I know I'm gonna say no. I want you to say no. So when I say no, I don't feel bad for hurting your damn feelings. But yeah, knowing that you don't like that he's an active person because it can't fit within your lifestyle, he telling you, I'm not slowing down. I'm gonna amp it up a bit because that's who I am. So you're gonna get with it or not. Because guess what? Whether you coming with me being active or not, my ass still not gonna be at that house. No, I got pickleball things to do. I'm not gonna be there with you. And the audacity of y'all to follow that conversation up with kids and stuff. And maybe y'all needed to, because somebody wanted 7 boys. And I'm like, is that something she wanted? Or did they say 4 boys? Multiple boys, okay? I don't know if that's what she wanted or he wanted. It sounds like something may have been that he wanted, okay? Because what you gonna do when you get a daughter? Because your daughter probably not gonna like all that intensity shit either. But you know who can handle that type of high intensity type active shit? Courtney. Courtney. And if y'all two don't be together, I guarantee you Courtney slid in them DMs. But anyway, so she wants to have kids as soon as she feels that she could trust him. Because she says, I can't do 50% of the work. Girl, you're going to just leave. Just leave. Stop playing. Y'all playing with each other. Just get up and go. The fact that when I want to have kids as soon as I feel that I can trust you, I don't think that's gonna be anytime soon because that man just told you. You need to trust the words coming out of his mouth. Okay? Listen to what he's saying and then pay attention to his actions because he's telling you very loudly. He gonna be very active in that gym. And you know what else is giving? Your ass gonna be at that house by your goddamn self with them kids. Until them kids probably get old enough to throw and damn catch, or in his words, swing, they gonna be all yours. All yours. And all this how he gonna deal with them is on a physical level. He gonna have very much so troubles in my personal connecting with them emotionally because he don't know how to connect with his damn self. Okay. On top of y'all ain't even get deeper into his family and how it really made him feel to be forced into doing activities that he didn't want to do. Now he gonna go and force that on somebody else. Like, girl, y'all don't pack this. So either way, he over there still laughing and joking, not taking nothing serious. And then she gonna say at some point, I want him to be serious. Well, guess what? At some point, you're gonna have to open your damn mouth and tell him. Okay? At some point, you got to let him know. Can you be serious for fucking once? Okay? Y'all haven't even really talked about like your vision of what you believe. I don't, and maybe they did, of what a husband and wife should be in your eyes. To get some type of clue. Every time we talk to him, it's always going back to physical this, physical that, physical this, physical that, and what he wants, never much so about what she wants. Girl, y'all can leave too. Y'all can, everybody just close the show, shut the show down. I don't even see it for Cameron and Michelle ass either, because I don't feel like they diving deeper either. All of this is that man mooching all over the couch, always having stuff. Oh, he all in his head. I don't know if the man depressed or what he got going on, but it's like, girl, it may be cute to you right now that you're being so optimistic, but at some point that shit gonna get tiresome. Okay? And how does it really make him feel? It sounds cute in the group session. Oh yeah, I drive back and forth for 3 hours so that I can see her and spend time with her. Da, 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 da. Really? Is that like, are you doing that just for her, or are you doing it because you got call time? And y'all got to be getting ready to film. Is that what's really happening? Or the cootie is new to you, so you'll drive? Because if the cootie is good, the men's will drive. Say, okay, actually, if the cootie is good, the men's will hop on a flight for it. Understand? Okay? I don't care how you get there. Just get there if you can type of energy. Understand? So what's really going on? I don't really trust them. I like them though at the same time. But when they get ready to critique it, other folks, it's like, wait a minute, BIT, because you be out here acting like your SHI don't stink. And it's a little funky too. It is. Okay? Just because y'all ain't got to y'all issues yet, don't mean that they ain't around the corner. But good luck. That's all I got. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye.